It's Gun Week here on News 5. More and more Alabamians own guns. Tonight we look at home protection, which is a major reason people say they purchase firearms. Just a couple of weeks ago at a trailer off Schillinger Road, a homeowner shot through his front door, killing a would-be intruder. Police did not press charges, and our viewers on Facebook strongly supported the homeowner's actions. When can you use deadly force to protect your home and yourself? While Alabama gun owners are protected by strong self-defense statutes, police and prosecutors say the law can still be fairly murky. In Alabama, your home, no matter how regal, is your castle. About half of all states, including Alabama, have so-called castle laws, which give people wide-ranging freedom to defend their homes.
If you have a firearm, you definitely have the right to protect yourself.
Of course, within reason.
You can't just say, well, if they step foot on my property, I'm going to blow them away.
Mobile County's DA says Alabama's castle law lists dozens of various allowable uses of deadly force, but can still be pretty foggy.
I mean, there are no clear lines of what you can and cannot do. The law is subjective. You have to look at the totality of the circumstances. There's no playbook.
And the decision to use a gun to protect your home and your family will likely be made very quickly, under stressful conditions, and quite possibly in the dark. Alabama's law says deadly force can be used if a person believes another is using or about to use deadly physical force. Deadly force is also permitted against someone using force against a homeowner or resident while committing a burglary. And Alabama also has a so-called stand your ground law, which means you have no obligation to avoid confrontation.
When you're in your home, you have no duty to retreat.
I mean, I've seen a number of justified shootings or cases that were not prosecuted where someone was in the process of coming through the window and they were shot and killed, and it was justified.
But things can get sticky. What if someone is stealing your property but not necessarily threatening you?
To protect your life is one thing, but to protect property is kind of totally different.
Or if the criminal is already fleeing.
Once that person does retreat, you cannot use deadly force.
Knowing the law is one thing. Knowing how to react is another.
I've got something even more potent available immediately should I need it in a worst-case scenario.
Rob Pincus is a nationally renowned firearms and self-defense expert. He says homeowners should have a defense plan, pick appropriate weapons and place them strategically, and think about how they would respond. He spoke to us from Jacksonville.
Well, mental preparation really is the key, making sure that you're not trying to react during an emotional moment of home invasion. If you don't have a plan, if you haven't actually sat down and thought about the fact that A, it could happen, and B, what you're going to do, then the chances of you coming up with the best improvisation under the emotional stress of an actual violent encounter are really pretty slim.
Pincus's rules of home defense are simple. First, evade. Get away if you can. Next, hide. Barricade yourself with your weapon at the ready and call police. And only as a last resort, respond with force. And there's something else you might consider in the defense of your home.
In today's litigious society, I strongly recommend that you consider a personal liability umbrella for at least $1 million over and above your homeowner's liability.
State Farm's Ken McElhaney suggests gun owners speak with their insurance agent to see when, where, and if they're covered in the case of a shooting gone wrong. Defense expert Rob Pincus conducts online training and has other resources for home protection. Check this story on our website for more information.